Hey gearheads, and welcome to my studio. I'm doing something a little bit different that I've already done for Tahoe and Suburban. So I figure I should do the same for the 2025 Ford Expedition. That's right, I am diving into their website, into the build and price configurator. So here in this video, we're going to see all the different options that we can get on that new 2025 Ford Expedition. Stay tuned. All right, gearheads, here I am, Ford.com, and boom, right at the start is the 2025 Expedition. You know that at the State Fair of Texas, they launched this vehicle with a huge drone show, and it was a lot of fun. But we're going to go ahead and jump into Discover. You can see there's a lot of fun action shots. You can see pricing is right in line with Chevy Tahoe. As we get into it, also the Suburban, but we're just going to go ahead and jump into the build and price. Now, I did a separate video for Tahoe and Suburban just because those are two separate models, but Ford does things a little bit different. They offer the long wheelbase Suburban competitor as the max. And just like Chevrolet, it is a $3,000 option to upsize your Expedition. So Tahoe and Suburban, $3,000 price difference. Expedition Max, same price difference. And you can see here nearly a foot longer across the lineup, except for with Tremor. So one thing I really like that Ford is doing, they did it with Expedition. Now they're doing it they did it with Explorer. Now they're doing it here with Expedition. Is just a simplification of the model lineup. Chevy has 6 different trims: LS, LT, Z71, RST, Premier, and High Country. And Ford said, no, we're going to keep it simple. They went with 4 and just really helped the consumer and the production side of things by keeping it simple. So we start with the active, then we step up to platinum, which is luxury for everybody. Tremor, which is off-road, that will compete against the Z71. But as you see here, I joked on my Suburban build and price that I didn't want to do a build and price for the Suburban Z71 because I felt like it was a little bit of a poser mobile. And I guess 4 degrees because you can't get the max with the Tremor. Very interesting. And then King Ranch is their high-end luxury, much like High Country for Chevrolet Suburban and Tahoe. So what we're going to do here is I am going to work through just the Expedition, not the Max, knowing that Max is only a $3,000 price option. I'm actually going to go through all 4 trims just because, well, we can. It's fairly simple here with Expedition. This active trim, trademark, interesting, is the new entry level. We see it on Explorer as well. So not a big leap that they've applied that to the larger Expedition. Some things that I really like about it, the updated styling. This does have that new split tailgate, so we'll talk about that, I'm sure, at some point. But I've always really liked the side profile styling of the Expedition, how we have this straight line going all the way back. This whole area does remind me a lot of the 2025 Infiniti QX80 we just got out of. Very similar, even with this little additional um, bump up back here on the back window. But I really do like the overall profile of the Expedition. You can see the interior. We've got new screens, and they've gone slightly different in their approach. We've got a bigger screen here and kind of a dual setup. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm yet to actually get to experience this to tell you what it's like behind the wheel of it, uh, even though I have driven the 25 Suburban and Tahoe. They've replaced or removed, repositioned, there we go, that's the word, some of the controls here. So your drive selector knob is right here. Chevy gives you that turn signal like stock up here. Ford is sticking with their rotary dial. I honestly think Chevy's got the better solution, but this does free up this new dash design for you. The Navigator, on which shares a platform with this Expedition, has pillar-to-pillar screens up front here, but we don't get all the screen real estate of the more luxurious Navigator. Very interesting screen layout and this oval steering wheel. I don't know. I don't know if I love this, and I'm yet to experience it for myself, but I just don't know that I love that um, aspect of it. But we'll get into all of that momentarily. We get a fairly monochromatic color scheme here. Not a lot of options. Silver, we get regular white, we get black, we get a blue, which would probably be my choice, and dark matter metallic, which is like a dark gray, a glacier gray, which is really more like a silver, and then a pearl white. So not a lot of color options here. Not a lot of engine options. 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6. You can see standard on all Expedition models. So whereas Chevrolet gives you 3 engine choices across their entire lineup, 5.3 V8, 6.2 V8, and 3-liter Duramax diesel, you just get the EcoBoost here. 2 different drive options, 4x4, 4x2. Let's see, is my pricing. So we're at 64,690. 67,690. So again, just like Chevrolet, it is a $3,000 option across the board to add four-wheel drive. Both Ford and Chevy get a 10-speed automatic. I do believe that was co-developed between the two brands. And then we did get different equipment groups. Here's our standard features: 10-way power driver's seat, 8-way power passenger seat, or 8-person seating. So we do get that center bench. Just a few different features and amenities here. For $4,000, we can add some stuff like Copilot, 360 Active 2.0, that panoramic roof. It's interesting how Ford options theirs, that they put it more or less in this big option package with a lot of different things. So we'll go ahead and add that. It gives us 20-inch wheels. I really do like the design of those. And just a few different amenities throughout. Can see we can get Blue Cruise, but that did come in this package. So that's actually very nice. Connectivity, 1 year included. So that will be a subscription to keep your Blue Cruise active. You need to have connectivity. When you get Super Cruise with Chevy, that is a 3-year commitment, and then it is a add-on after that. You can see we get the 90-day trial to hook you in, but to actually get Blue Cruise, it's another $3,000 nearly, $2,495. But yeah, that 1 year of connectivity. And then 1 year connectivity. What is this ad? Best value 17 versus annual option, available on all. It doesn't really give you a lot of information as to what you're getting with that. But yes, I want Blue Cruise and Blue Cruise. Yes, we want it. I guess I deselected it earlier. And then 745, even though I've already got 1 year. Interesting. We'll add that on. Yep. Here you can get a 1 year plan of Blue Cruise for $2,495. So, seems like you can option it lifetime for $3,000, but you can get a 1 year plan. So, very interesting. This is really the first I'm diving into Ford's Blue Cruise and how that is packaged out. So, I do believe this really is the better option. It's kind of going the Tesla approach, where you can get the full self-driving right out the gate, or you can option it later for more. You can do a subscription model for $500 a year, or you can get it for $2,500. So if you plan on keeping your Expedition for more than 5 years, or you foresee using that for 6 or more years, that is the way to go right there. So very interesting, all their connectivity packaging. Very weird. I do like these carbonized gray, bright machine aluminum wheels. Very cool look on the way that it specs this one out. Really do like that. And then decent sidewalls on this. We get zone lighting, which I really like on Fords. And then interior options. You can get dark gray or light gray. I do like how you get options for colors. And I like how this is uh, gray instead of brown. I know people can be like, brown. And here you can see we have the Active X synthetic leather. What are our options here? We can actually get cloth, but that changes to dark gray. It got rid of Blue Cruise. It got rid of a lot of stuff for us going to cloth seats up front, but you can see now we have the 8-person configuration. I actually like the cloth better, though I'm interested how this light gray inset is going to wear over time. So I lost my active group package here. So that does take away my 8-passenger seating. It gives me 7-passenger seating and gives me that synthetic leather on the inside. So very interesting. But we do still get our panoramic roof and things like that. Power fold seats, you can add that in there. Various different like a la carte options, floor liners. Chevy does the same thing. 6 speakers, stereo, no real upgrade other than the fact that we have Sirius XM. So no branded sound system here on our Expedition Active, which as we have it spec'd is 72,650. So very interesting there. So we will go back and swap our Expedition. Want to make sure we are on the 25, and we will do our build and price. Next up is Platinum. So we get some more luxuries here. We get more color options, including a green, this wild green. I'm going to keep it here, but still not a lot of colors. It still seems very monochromatic. Silvers, blues, greens, no reds. So that is interesting here on this Platinum. Again, this is more the luxury trim and gives you some more options there. You can see 4-wheel drive is standard, so that is just built into the price here. Still get that 10-speed automatic. No real option groups on this one. This one comes preloaded with 20-inch wheels, with the ebony painted inserts, power adjustable pedals, which is a huge win for us here at GT Garage Talk. Bang & Olufsen sound system. So here now we have our branded sound system, power folded, heated glass turn signals and exterior mirrors, ground illumination, all the stuff you would want outside, ambient lighting inside, roof racks, which is all very nice. And then again, we get a 90-day trial of Blue Cruise, but you can add on to that. Platinum Ultimate, my goodness, lots of stuff on here for $13,000. Requires Mojave Dusk or Salt Crystal Gray interior trim. We get 24-inch wheels with this dark tarnished metallic wheel design, auxiliary grille lights, beltline molding, polished stainless steel, Blue Cruise, 1-year plan, carbon molded in color front bumper with light grille bar. Driver package, engine sound enhancer with active noise canceling. So that's that fake engine noise coming inside through the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Black bezel around the headlights. High performance engine. So yes, we only get the 3.5 liter engine, but this gives you that high performance variant with high flow exhaust, luxury leather trimmed multi-contour driver and front passenger seat, dual row captain's chairs in that second row with leather seats, rear seat audio controls, rear side mirrors that are laminated glass, Platinum Ultimate interior package, scuff plates, front door, lots of luxuries here with that one, and it adds our tow package. So there we go. Now we have a much different looking vehicle with our 24-inch wheels. Those look absolutely massive. It did change our paint, so we can't get the green anymore with that platinum, which is just a sad omission. But we can go with white if we want. Can we get a blue? Yes, we can get stone blue. So we'll stick with stone blue there with that $13,750 platinum or $570 platinum ultimate. You can also get the stealth performance package, stealth appearance package. So this adds that hypo engine. This is just the appearance. So a lot of what you got on like the limited and XLT trims, you can add here on the platinum. Again, they simplified the trim lineups, but they're giving you different option packages across the board. Here are your different wheel designs, but that 24 is absolutely massive. You can downgrade if you want, but yeah, get the 24. I'm interested on the suspension on this. For Chevrolet, when you go up to the 24, you get the air ride suspension to help mitigate some of the ride harshness. So very interested to see how Ford adjusts and equips their vehicles with 24s there. But here you can see the upscale leather interior on this one. Salt crystal gray is the color on it. Very interesting there. You can see we have vinyl folding headrests on the third row, flexible seating, and then all of our floor mats and whatnot. So here we go, $90,490 for this very high-powered, very high luxury trim on the Platinum. So very, very interesting options there with our 24-inch wheels. We'll go back to vehicles, go back to Expedition, make sure we are on the 25, build and price. Now we're going to look at our Tremor. Again, this one only comes as the shorter wheelbase non-max. I really do like the accenting across the board, even the Expedition across the grille. This one really does look very good. We've got this one currently trimmed in agate black, but I want to see, stone blue doesn't really work for me on this one. Interesting. Dark matter does look really nice. Glacier gray, I don't know about that one. Pearl white, maybe. Black and this dark gray so far are my favorite. Oxford white, okay. Space silver, all right. But I think this wild green would be how I'd go. We lost wild green as we optioned up on the Platinum, so let's stick with wild green here. You can see four-wheel drive is standard. Tremor equipment group is the standard equipment group here. You can see we get a locking differential. We get the high output version. So we've already got that high output here on this one. I appreciate the 18s on the Expedition Tremor. Chevy mandates 20-inch wheels on their Z71. I really wish they offered 18s. Again, I feel Ford gets it a little bit more. The locking differential is standard here, whereas you have to option it on Chevys. You get 18s versus 20s on the Chevy. You only get the short wheelbase versus being able to get a Z71 Suburban. I don't know. I just feel like this is the more appropriate heavy off-road body on frame option from Ford or GM. And you can see we get Bang & Olufsen sound system, flex powered center console. You get your security pad. So a lot of stuff that you would expect. Blue Cruise 90-day trial is built in, but again, one-time purchase. We've already been through that. Really like the 18-inch wheels. You do get running boards, standard zone lighting, remote start, and then you get a lot of your options from there. Only one interior option, black, which we see that with Chevy as well, so I'm not too bent out of shape there. Interesting, you can get a 40-20-40 8-passenger seating here, which doesn't change the price. And no, it actually lowers the price. Interesting. No, raises price. Sorry, read that wrong. $600 option for that bench seat, but yes, will option that. It is 40-20-40, so you can fold that center. That is absolutely how I'd option it. And then we get all our a la carte stuff here. Bang & Olufsen sound system, and now our final summary, 83,620. This is probably how I would spec my expedition, if I'm being completely honest with you. I don't know that I would go with the platinum with those 24s. You do get real leather, not simulated leather here on the Tremor, so I like that. 83,620 for this one right here. And then lastly, we'll go with King Ranch. You can see that one starts at 83. So these really are right in line with one another. They're throwing a lot of stuff at you for that price point. And again, no red paint. Interesting. The last expedition we had here on the channel was a very beautiful deep red paint. No longer can you get red on expedition. That is very interesting. Very monochromatic across the lineup. But I don't know if I like that glacier gray. We're gonna go star white metallic tricoat. It is $1,000 option, as is the pearl white from Chevrolet. So there we go. 3.5 turbo V6, 4-wheel drive is standard. King Ranch Equipment Group. What do we got? Sinister bronze painted bars and grill. Interesting. Am I reading? Sinister. Very interesting branding, but okay. 22-inch wheels here on the King Ranch. Ebony Del Rio leather insert with Mesa. Antique leather armrest and door trim. Del Rio leather seating surfaces. We'll see that here in just a moment. 22 speaker sound system in this one, but very nice. This is more the Western themed. So where that platinum really did go super luxe for you, that was more of your everyday. This is more your Texas luxury here with all the bronze and the stuff on the inside. Interesting here, Blue Cruise one-time purchase. They've lowered the price by $500. So if you do want to purchase that, now you're only in it for 4 years versus the 1-year plan. You can see we do have a 1-year plan built in here. So again, they're kind of sweetening the deal as you step up to the King Ranch. Sinister bronze wheels. Very interesting branding there. Sinister bronze. Zone lighting is standard. Your interior Mesa is the color. Only one color option, but very nice. This is what we've come to expect from King Ranch. Flexible seating, but no bench in the middle here. Yeah, not a lot of options here. And so we top out at 86,645 with that $1,000 paint option. Oh no, I think I'm going with Tremor with that bench seat in the middle, if you had to ask me. Just because, oh no, I think I like that Tremor better. It speaks to me a little bit more. Keep in mind, you can option for $3,000, the max version of this, but definitely undercuts the top versions of the Chevrolet variants. We got up to 105 with our high country Suburban. So very interesting here. 86, 89 if we wanted to go Expedition Max. So this is still the value leader for big American 3-row SUVs. So that's perhaps the biggest takeaway here. We could absolutely get Chevrolet vehicles into that 6-figure realm very easily, even on RST. We cannot get that here with Ford. So very interesting there from Ford. What do you think? Are you going Ford Expedition? Are you sticking with the vast majority of buyers and going Suburban or Tahoe? That is the sales leader of the segment. But Ford did say 1 out of every 5 expeditions are sold right here in the Lone Star State. So they are coming very heavily after this market and trying to steal some of that market share from Chevrolet's Tahoe and Suburban. Now that we've got all 3 of those videos up, Build and Price, digging through some of these, what are your preferences? Sound off down below. Let me know. Do you like this video format? Sound off below. Hit subscribe so you can see when we actually get to drive the new Expedition. Ring that bell so you're notified every time a new video drops. Find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it. It is all at GT Garage Talk. But as for me, from my studio here today on this rainy morning, until next time, gearheads, bye.